a Lil Wayne, Young Rara, uh, from he's like a spinoff from Dayton Ave. And I think that if he's given the proper support, he could be the next platinum artist.
Now, as far as you said that you were proposing some legislation that would fine people who didn't vote, now, did you mean registered voters that don't go to the polls, that you think there should be a fine? Now, voting, of course, is a right, but don't you think that people should have the right also in a democracy like ours to make that decision?
I think we should have the debate out there because too many people have died. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, to get people the right to vote. John Kennedy, his brother Robert Kennedy, all of these were movements for the people. And no telling what would have happened if these leaders were not assassinated.
Now, as far as the methods for your campaign, you have a different kind of methodology. You pass out flyers.
That's correct.
You have obviously a grassroots campaign, but how is that working for you?
We'll know on election day. Because I think that with regard to the flyer making, I would challenge anyone to just sit down. Like if you were in a college classroom and the college professor said, "We're gonna have a process where I'm going to give you a job. Today's lesson is to write a flyer for your campaign. Write your agenda down and everything." It takes some skill to do something like that and have it recognized and accepted.
Now, there's the issue of crime within the city. I haven't heard you say much about that. What legislation would you propose to try to help the crime rate in the city?
Well, I think that we need to get the children while they're young. Get more investment in the young before they become criminals, so-called criminals. In hard times like this, we just seen on the news yesterday where people are backing into convenience stores, stealing the liquor, stealing the cigarettes and what have you, any little thing to make it. And I don't blame the city council, I don't blame the city officials for this. Who I'm blaming for this is the man in the White House. I think that he shouldn't be there. I think that this war is costly and it's really bringing pressure on the average citizen. And the people need to rise up and actually address this issue.
Now, you said investing in children to prevent crime. What are some of the things that you would do for this prevention? What investments would you make into the children? What ideas do you have?
I just don't think that one man has all the solution. There's really no magic bullet for this situation. It has to be a collective effort. And that's why I'm proposing and garnering support for a free speech rally that would bring the community together. And we'd have vendors and everything, all of that. And hopefully some serious discussion could come out of that.
Okay. So you don't have any ideas that you are going to propose in order to kind of get children involved, or any community initiatives that you have, any laws or legislation that you propose to get these children out of the streets and maybe back into school or in a safe place?
I think that our children are like seeds, and when you plant a seed in the ground, you have to water it and let sunlight hit it. So you have to do something, and God has to do something. So I believe that our children are talented individuals with minds that have to be nurtured, and that's where my interests lie. In not just the children, but everyone in the community. We all have God has put us here, all of us here, for some reason. So what we have to do is create an atmosphere where those gifts and those talents can come to fruition.
Okay. Now, we're speaking about children. As you know, the dropout rate for the city in 2003, don't quote me on the statistic, but like in 2003, the dropout rate was at 10% when the country average was like at 3%. So how would you address the dropout rate in the state if you were elected to this office?
I think that more attention needs to be paid to more serious issues. Uh, Today in the Flint Journal, and this is a reoccurring article about a dog who was euthanized. I think that the Flint Journal is a good paper that's good around the house if you run out of toilet paper. I mean, it doesn't leave doesn't leave the little prints, but more serious issues need to be addressed. Like me, while I was running for mayor, no press. But at the same time, here's a dog that has been euthanized, and he gets all the space in the newspaper. Come on, man. Let's get some serious issues out there.
Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're here with Larry Hutchingson. Stay tuned.
Are you interested in helping your community? Are you concerned about the homeless, literacy, or other community needs? Would you consider mentoring a young person, helping an older adult, or planting a garden? Then you're a perfect candidate to volunteer here. It's a webpage designed to match your time, talent, and interests with a variety of volunteer opportunities right here in your community. Just visit www.volhere.org and enjoy a rewarding time doing what you do best. A service of the Resource Center.
Not much. I'm good, bro. Get that movie, man. Dude. Man. This is pirated. So? So, I wanted the real thing.
What's the difference, man?
The difference is when I start making movies, people ripping me off.
I wouldn't rip you off, man.
Prove it.
Only on public access.
Welcome back to Meet the Candidates. Again, I am your host, Kesha Hoey. We have in our studio today Larry Hutchingson. He's running